Do you find yourself easily offended or hurt by the words and actions of others? In today's video, we will explore the concept of not taking things personally, a common source of suffering and conflict in our daily lives. Step 1. Know that other people's rude behavior isn't about you. When someone is rude to you, it's usually because they are having problems inside. Their rude behavior could be a sign that they are stressed, worried, or scared, and it shows how they are feeling. It's not about you, it's about them and how they feel right now. As an example, picture someone who just heard some terrible news. They may have a short fuse and be rude to people around them. Their behavior, on the other hand, doesn't show what other people are like. It shows how much pain and suffering they are going through. The idea of interdependent origination is taught to us by Buddhism. This idea says that everything in the universe is linked to each other and nothing lives on its own. So when someone is rude, it's not a one-time thing. It's the result of a complicated web of conditions and reasons. For instance, someone's rude behavior could be caused by how they were raised, what they've been through, how they're feeling right now, and many other things. It's not just a response to you. It's the result of many causes and factors working together. Buddhism stresses how important it is to be kind and patient. We don't have to take it personally when someone is rude. Instead, we can try to show kindness and understanding. We can try to see the person behind the behavior, the one who is having a hard time and needs our help and compassion. Remember that everyone is going through something we don't understand. People who are rude often aren't trying to hurt us personally. They're just trying to get help, explain what they're going through, or show how much pain they're in. Buddhism teaches us that everything changes over time. Everything in life changes all the time, even how people act. So when someone acts rudely, it's not a lasting part of who they are. It's just a temporary state that will change as time and events go on. If rude behavior from someone makes you feel bad, remember that it's not about you. Everything is about the other person and their problems, fears, and doubts. To deal with rude behavior in a kind and understanding way, instead of taking it personally and getting hurt and angry, first understand this. Step 2. Think about what else someone might be saying with their words. Being aware and understanding are very important in Buddhist teachings, but they also tell us to look deeper, to find out what people are really thinking and feeling behind their words and deeds. This is especially helpful when people say things that hurt you or feel personal. Instead of responding right away, we can stop and think about what the other person might be trying to say. To begin, it's important to remember that words often show more about the speaker's mood than the listener's. If someone talks badly about you, it could mean they are having problems, are insecure, or don't understand what you mean. They may be under a lot of stress, worry, or fear, which can make them say hurtful or bad things. Once we understand this, we can start to see their words as less of an attack on our person and more of a mirror of how they are feeling inside. Think about the chance of misunderstandings. Misunderstandings are common when people talk to each other because communication is complicated. The person who spoke may not have meant for their words to be upsetting or personal. Their words may not have meant what they thought they meant, but they came out wrong. We can often calm things down and keep people from getting hurt by giving them the benefit of the doubt and trying to figure out what they really want. Learn how to show understanding. Empathy is being able to understand and share someone else's thoughts. Putting ourselves in someone else's shoes and seeing things from their point of view is part of it. When someone says something that makes you feel bad, try to understand how they feel. Think about what might they be feeling or experiencing that led them to say this. This will help you figure out if their words are an attack on you personally or just a cry for help, a sign of confusion, or an expression of their own pain. Don't forget that each of us can choose how to react to comments. The choices we have are whether to let them hurt us and take them personally or to see them as chances to learn and grow. If we choose the second option, we can turn words that could be hurtful into chances to learn and show compassion. When someone says something that makes us feel bad, it can help to step back and think about what else they might be trying to say. We can learn to see through hurtful comments and react with compassion and wisdom if we practice being aware, understanding, empathy, and kindness. This helps us not only not take things personally, but it also makes the world a better place to live by promoting peace and understanding. Step 3. Get better by listening to feedback and criticism. Feedback and criticism are very important parts of the process of growing and improving yourself. They are like mirrors that show us parts of ourselves that we might not even be aware of. People naturally don't like being criticized because they often take it personally and feel hurt or insulted. In all parts of our lives, including how we accept and respond to feedback, Buddhism tells us to practice mindfulness and equanimity. It means being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors at all times. Being aware can help us stop and think about what was said instead of reacting without thinking. Equanimity, on the other hand, means keeping your mind steady no matter what is going on around you. It's about not letting compliments or criticism make us feel bad about our own worth. Being calm helps us hear what other people have to say without taking it personally and use that information to make ourselves better. Before you respond to feedback, take a moment to think about it. Relax your body and mind by taking a few deep breaths. This will help you answer carefully instead of without thinking. Keep an open mind as you listen to the feedback. Try to see things from the other person's point of view without defending yourself or talking over them. Don't forget that the point is not to show them wrong, but to learn and grow. Be calm when you hear the feedback. No matter if you agree with what they said or not, thank them for their input. Remember that their opinion only shows how they see you, not how valuable you are. Take the comments as a chance to get better. Make a plan to work on the things that the comments said could be done better. Always keep in mind that the goal is not to be perfect, but to improve yourself. Take care of yourself and be kind. Remember that it's okay to mess up and find ways to get better. You should be ready to learn and grow. Grow an attitude of thanks for the comments. Don't forget that feedback is a gift that can help you get better. By learning to be thankful, you can turn criticism into a chance to improve. In Buddhism, becoming enlightened doesn't mean being perfect. It means becoming more aware, kind, and smart. By being aware and calm while listening to feedback and criticism, we can use them to help us grow instead of taking them personally and getting hurt or angry. Step 4. Change the way you look at things and ask yourself what you think. When you have empathy, you try to understand and share other people's thoughts. Try to understand what someone else is going through when their words or actions seem personal. Also, it can help to get different points of view. This means that you should question your own ideas and opinions. When you ask yourself for different views, you are also asking other people for feedback. If you're not sure if you're taking something personally, talk about it with a family member or friend you trust. They can help you see things in a new way by giving you a new point of view. Buddhism teaches us about how things change over time. This idea says that everything in life is temporary and changes all the time. It can help to remember that things will not always be this way when we are taking things personally. Over time, the person who hurt us, the words they used, and the way they made us feel will all change and diminish. We can develop a sense of separation and non-attachment by remembering that things change over time. No, this doesn't mean we don't care about what happens to us. It just means we don't let it define us or hold on to it. We're less likely to take things personally when we care less about our ego and how we see ourselves. Forgiving is another part of seeing things from a different point of view. For Buddhists, forgiving others is a way to free ourselves from pain and grow in peace and kindness. We don't have to hold on to anger and bitterness when someone hurts us. We can choose to forgive them. This doesn't mean we agree with what they did or let them hurt us again. It just means we let go of our bad feelings and find peace. Step 5. Always remember that your sense of self-worth comes from inside you. Having inner peace and accepting yourself are very important to Buddhism. So is the idea of self-worth. The Buddha taught that we suffer because we are attached to things outside of ourselves, like other people's views, When we stop looking for approval from other people and start getting it from within, we can start to break free from this circle of pain. Understanding who we are on a deep level is the first step to finding self-worth from within. We have to look inside ourselves and explore our ideas, feelings, and emotions without judging them. There are many things that can go wrong, but we need to accept ourselves just the way we are and know that we are enough. The Buddha taught that everything in life changes, even how we see ourselves. When we realize this, we can begin to let go of a fixed picture of ourselves and instead accept that we are always changing. This doesn't mean we shouldn't try to get better. It just means that our sense of self-worth shouldn't depend on how we look or how well we meet other people's standards. Self-compassion is another important thing you can do to find meaning in yourself. This means being kind and understanding to ourselves the same way we would be with a close friend. We don't have to scold ourselves when we mess up or don't live up to our own standards. Instead, we can comfort and encourage ourselves. This not only makes us feel better about our own worth, but it also makes us stronger when bad things happen. Mindfulness practice can help you become more self-compassionate and accepting of yourself. We can start to see our thoughts and feelings for what they are, fleeting things that don't make us who we are by focusing on the present moment without judging it. This can help us let go of our need for approval from other people and find a greater sense of our own worth. The Buddha also talked about how important it is to have good intentions. This means making plans based on kindness, compassion, and knowledge instead of ego or the need for approval from other people. When we do things because we want to help others and make the world a better place, we can find a deep sense of meaning and fulfillment that doesn't depend on what other people think. It's important to remember that everyone is going through something different. Comparing ourselves to others is a guaranteed way to make us feel bad about our own worth. We can instead focus on our own growth and progress, enjoying our wins and taking lessons from our losses. This helps us build a sense of self-worth that comes from our own hard work and accomplishments, not from how we compare to other people. Putting ourselves around upbeat and helpful people is important. Although we are the ones who need to work on their self-worth, the people they hang out with can have a big effect on how they see us. We can make a space that helps us on our path to self-acceptance and inner peace by surrounding ourselves with people who make us feel good. Being patient, kind to ourselves, and having a deep knowledge of ourselves are all important on the path to finding self-value. Building mindfulness, making good plans, focusing on our own progress, and surrounding ourselves with positive people can help us break free from our need for outside approval and discover a deeper sense of self-worth. This not only helps us stop taking things personally, but it also makes our lives happier and more peaceful. Buddhism says that working on these skills can help you be happier, more fulfilled, and have more peace inside. You can become more resilient, wise, and connected with others by practicing mindfulness, self-awareness, and kindness. You can use these skills to improve your own life, but they can also help make communities, societies, and relationships better.